Thanks for joining me in my daily Bible reading journey. Today we are going to be looking at some things that happen in temples. In the Old Testament, it's 2 Kings chapters 10 and 11. Some horrible things happen in the Temple of Baal. We're going to see how Jehu basically puts up a sign and says, "So glad you're here," and then uses that as a chance to execute judgment on the prophets of Baal. This is a time when God is pulling out all the stops, trying to call the northern nation of Israel back from its official state worship of Baal back to the Lord. And Jehu is the reformer king who God uses to put these prophets to death. The second chapter, chapter 11, finds us in the temple in Jerusalem. And King Joash is 7 years old, and he's standing beside one of the pillars in the temple. There were two pillars, Jachin and Boaz, right outside of the temple. And the pillars here in the narthex kind of remind me of that. Jachin means he establishes, and Boaz means in him is strength. And so it was a place where royal events took place, is by the pillar. And Joash is becoming king at 7 years old, which is crazy. And then his grandmother, Athaliah, comes in and throws a fit because she wants to be the ultimate ruler. And God exercises judgment on her because she is also from the family of King Ahab, also a Baal worshiper. So we see some strange things happening in the temples, but God's plan for his church is being carried out. And that's really what we see in the New Testament lesson as well. In Romans chapter 10, verses 14 through Romans 11, verse 10, we see that it seems like God's plan isn't being carried out. The Israelites, by and large, are not believing in our Lord Jesus Christ. But from Old Testament references, God, through the Apostle Paul, reminds us that he promised to save a remnant. Like at the time of the prophet Elijah, right about our time in the Old Testament, God said, "I'm going to save 7,000 who have not bowed their knee to Baal." And in the same way, God is preserving his church and carrying out his plan. So as you read through that, it's kind of hard to follow Paul's line of thought. I would encourage you to try to read through chapters 9 through 11 several times to try to capture his whole line of thought. But here, he's just reminding us God carries out his saving plan. Sometimes we'll understand it, sometimes we won't. But we'll trust him. God bless you.